Good evening, everybody uh, who are from India, Nepal, okay, and all respective countries. I know in India it's a festival, Diwali festival, so today is Dhanteras, so wish you very happy Dhanteras to all of you on board with me. And slowly, Quorum will come on board, so we'll start our session now. I know that the today's topic is one of the very sensitive topic you can say in the industry, and this topic is gearing up its value. This topic is gaining the weightage, and the regrets are getting surfaced for not respecting this concept for many years in the past. The topic is an organization. When it starts with a particular motto to be there in the market for many years. But what are the foundations to keep that organization long lasting, continuously moving on, is not only the financial numbers. Such expectation to run the organization forever is only possible when organization start running by its own. A simple example: when child is young, okay, father carries, mother carries, then there is a trolley, everything. The day child start walking, he comes to a self-driven mode. And then he learns how to walk, where not to fall. Then he learns cycle, then he learns the automobiles. And then he is completely in the self-driven mode for his lifelong. And there's a purpose also behind it. Similarly, the organizations are also need to be self-driven, purpose-driven. And this is essentially required for organizations to remain in existence with the concept of sustainability for long. The quorum is on board now, so let's. And before we get into the subject, a typical business till today is ignoring three very important factors, and which three important factors need to be taken into consideration now by no compromises for the sustainable business model. Our theme of our today's session will be around these three pivots. A very common phenomena called ESG, these three factors: environment, social and governance. You keep manufacturing and keep polluting the environment, nobody is looking at it. But it does not work now. As soon as a report comes in the newspaper, media, Instagram that this industry is polluting also the environment, suddenly the customers refrain themselves by buying that product. Social impact. This company is not encouraging the global resources. The meaning is that it is not doing recycling. It is consuming the fresh. It is consuming the fresh only, products only. Or this company is not giving the proper wages to his employees. Proper incentives, bonuses are not given. Employees are not taken care. So it's not the employee prone, or you can say the employee taking care organization. So that aspect is missing. When this news also gets published in the market, automatically the reputation of company goes down. Governance. This company is not complying to government norms, financial norms, environmental norms, regulatory norms. So don't buy equity, okay? Don't buy equity. The share price may fall. So the company products get hit, company capital market get hits, and ultimately company gets hit in turn. So with this concept now, the companies are moving towards giving a weightages towards self-sustainability, purpose-driven objectives. So we will see in next 10-15 slides, we are going to see this thing in a very easy way. Don't worry, the slides are loaded because I kept you as for quick references when you refer this, but no need to read, I will explain them. So the shift towards purpose, now there's a purpose-oriented approach in the organization. Growing awareness and interest in ethical practices, environmental and social challenges. There is a growing awareness of environmental and social challenges that business must address. I give you a very simple example. Climate crisis driven supply chain failure and inequality from AI driven job displacement will challenge future business ethics. What happened? When COVID came, okay, AI companies and the software companies and the IT companies hired manpower because suddenly the whole globe has converted to the online mode. The demand of IT has increased and they have done a great business. But when the COVID got destabilized, COVID got evaporated, what happened after that? The change which came because the companies across the world have purchased the IT infrastructure at the very high speed, at high quantum. So these IT companies did the business for next 3 years or 4 years in advance because of the sudden COVID impact. And after that, the news started coming up. So and so company will lay off 10,000 employees, so and so IT company will lay off 5,000 employees, 20,000 employees. Correct? These news impact the share markets. It indicates that the companies are not taking care of their employees. The stability is not there. AIs will displace this company. So be careful. So you have to hit a balance. You have to demonstrate a balance that with the technology adoption also, still you are ensuring that you are following the ethical practices in protecting the employee's interest also, including the company interest. Consumer interest. Your raw material is sourced very ethically. You are using recycled. Nowadays, you know that on your packaging, the packaging material, it is written, it is using the packaging material is recycled. The content inside this are used from the what? Is used from the organic farms. Harmful chemical percentage is restricted to this much because it cannot be avoided. It is eco-friendly, environment friendly. So all these things indicates that because in the coming time, health is going to be a concern. Health will be an area of focus. I will pay $1 extra, I will pay $100 extra. But I want something which I eat well, which keep me well. So you call it premium, but it is a necessity of today and future. Next is purpose-driven innovation. Okay, my company will reduce the carbon footprint. So we will provide the solar kit, which will reduce the carbon footprint. This is called, it's now not a new concept actually. This is just an example. But this is again an innovation. You are trying to reduce. Right now the global challenge is what? What they say actually, our globe, our demand is, as per the available resources, but our demand is 1.8 times of the resource. So what is happening? That's why the natural resources are depleting fast. Every year what we are taking out more than the capacity. So there are reserves on the earth, but you will consume that resources at the earliest. So the meaning is that they look at the company, oh, this company is using the very heavy resources, so it's not taking care of the next generation. So this company will not be good for my kids. My kids will starve because of this. See the concept. So the most important point is the ethical practices. Core mission. Now it's a purpose driven. What should be your core? What should be your mission? What should be your values? What should be your positive impact? Correct? So the core mission, empowerment. That our company empowers the community. Okay. ITC. By the way, ITC is not only about, in India, the ITC Tata Group company is not only about cigarettes. It's about wheat flour. Okay, they are in a very, their footprints are very heavily there in the agriculture field. So they opened to open a dialogue with the farmers. The company has opened an e-platform called e-Chopal. Getting connected. You have a surplus wheat, or I need a wheat. I want the wheat. Tell me who is supplying to me. Direct connect. So the raw material is directly connected with the ITC company. And that is very importantly required. So you are making a difference. You are connecting, you are giving assurances to the farmers, a big chunk of farmers, that I am your confident buyer, I am your most trusted buyer, and you are my most trusted source. Connectivity. You can say B2B. This is a B2B model. But B2B model ensures ITC do a great job for B2C model. Guiding values, integrity, trust. So when you do that, say for example, take an example of Tata Motors. Any automobile company required thousands of ancillaries. So the companies, when they get connected with the big companies, you are making sure that your ancillaries also flourish and you also flourish in turn. And it's not one day job, because it's a continuous work. It's just in time work. So that requires a trust. That trust needs to be built up in the decision making. Positive impact and commitment. You show that what you're doing. Like Tata Power Green, energy shifting, achieving financial gains, sustainability. So you are not only speaking, you are getting connected for your mission. You are demonstrating your values. You are indicating that you are really doing good for the financial gains of your consumers also. You are building up the products. If you make a product, okay, say for example Tata vehicle, you know that in India there was a vehicle called Tata Nano, okay, which in turn could not come out as a great success about it, but at that time it will be available in 1 lakh rupees. Now that is around maybe 20 years old story, or maybe more than that, exactly I'm not remembering it. But what was the purpose of bringing that simple, that very low value car? That indicates the company that I take care of a person who are not able to afford the high value cars. So that is a positive impact. You get success, not success, that's a different issue. But you are demonstrating. Anything comes in the big pouches, 20 kg packing, 5 kg packing. But when you are making 100 grams packing, or 200 grams packing, or 50 grams packing, so you are making your product affordable to reach who cannot buy your 20 kg packet in one time. Whereas it's very easy for you to send 20 kgs packet and you can increase your turnover, but no. I want to reach every hand. So it's not that the concepts are not existing, but we are discussing those concepts very openly to understand the new footprint of ESG. Understanding sustainable business model now. So we are creating something for the long term, minimizing the negative impact. Okay, so what I do, now onwards we decide that whatever the phones I'm going to produce, whenever I'm going to launch a new model, I'm going to do a buyback of the old model. So I'm reducing the waste. Textile industries, recirculation. Efficient resource utilization. Tata uses battery recycling and closed loop manufacturing to minimize waste and maximize the material value. Recycling. 5R. Recycle, reuse. And in long term, support the future generations. You know that I keep something speak in before and after, but the concept has to flow. Renewable energy. Clean power. Reduce pollution. So industries are demonstrating this, showing that we take care for you. You know that in our one of the very insurance company in India, which is a life insurance corporation, is one of the oldest government or a public sector undertaking insurance organization. We all know in India who are from India. Okay. Like it's having very like a very eye-catchy and ear-catchy quote. It says that I'll speak in Hindi and I'll convert into the English because it's in Hindi. जीवन के साथ भी जीवन के बाद भी. That means during the life and even after the life. Okay, so that means the company says, I take care of you, don't worry. But even when you are not there, I will take care of your generation because I'll give them your compensation money. So that's a business model. Taking care for generations, not for today. Now, we are coming to ESG factors. That was a glimpse of introduction of the subject. What is the meaning of that and what is the foundation of that? So now we come to an academic definitions of ESG. The pillars of sustainable business. Environmental factor. Environmental sustainability focuses on addressing climate change, resource depletion. Climate change, resource depletion. Don't consume more, keep for the generations. And pollution to protect the biodiversity. The whole company fleet will be switched to the net zero carbon, to electrical vehicle to make the net zero carbon emission by 2035. Environmental aspect. Social responsibility. Social sustainability promotes fair labor practices. I said in the beginning, you are giving proper wages. You are not abusing child labor. You are not exploiting the laborers, making them work for 14 hours and paying for 8 hours. Human rights and community relations. You are maintaining a good community relations around where you are working. You are taking care. Emphasizing diversity and inclusion. You are trying to get as much as diversified in your organizations. Investing in fair wages, safe workplace, employees development through the global supply chain is a key social responsibility example. Global supply chain and all, don't worry. I'm going to start a supply chain series in coming time, okay, from the next month onwards. So we are going to have a good sessions on supply chain who wants to be, it's a modern management now, so we are going to discuss that. Then governance practices. Governance encompasses corporate ethics, board structure and shareholder rights, aiming to transparency in operations. Board is very fair. Board structure is there. Stakeholders, shareholders' rights are preserved. Good governance practices, following all the ethics, following all the regulations, following all the codes of conducts. Board diversity and independence, ensuring ethical oversight and transparent reporting of environmental and social performance. You know that in a board of directors, there's always an independent directors are there in the organization. So they are there on your board of company board to respect the good governance practices, independent directors in the organizations. Environmental factors. Okay, it's very simple. Reducing greenhouse gas emission. Okay, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, all these things, which will protect the environment. So you are really working on it. You see that the flare stacks, the exhaust stacks, color used to be a dark black smoke used to come, but over a period of time you are finding it that now those smokes are getting like reduced. Okay, better systems are being brought so that you don't throw the garbage in the environment or the high polluting element to the environment. Renewable energy transition, yes, to the wind, solar and many more actually, many more. Many research are going on to be there in the field of renewable energies and it's continuously going. Circular economy principles, same. Recycle, reuse, minimize the consumptions. Avoid when it's not required. Reject when it's not required. So this is how the environmental factors are being addressed. Second comes, the second component in the ESG factor is S, social factor. Fair labor practices, right wages, good environment, safe working places. Diversity, bring the peoples from different origin, from different demography. Inclusiveness. And by the way, when you do that, see, you are sitting in the business. You want somebody to buy your products. So you know that the company advertisements, correct? when they do their holdings in the respective regions of a country, of a state, of a district. So they try to picture put the photographs of the employees who are there from that region. You can very easily say, sir, that Nitin sir, they are showing because they want to sell their product to show that their person is there in the advertisement. Yes, that is correct. There's no doubt in that. Yes, that is right. But at the same time, it indicates the diversity adopted by the company. Community engagement, community engaging with support local communities, foster good relationship and sustainable development. You are working in organizations, correct? And so it's not an island. You are working in a social fabric. There are many factories who are located remotely in the village side or something, but surrounded by villages. So they make the good road for them. They try to make some recreation facilities for them. They try to make some hospital facilities, school facilities for them. So you cannot, the time has gone, gentlemen. The time has gone now. That where you are, you show your footprint, not by your product, but your ESG factors also matters a lot for demonstrating that. Governance factor, third factor is G. Ethical business practices you follow. You follow transparency and accountability. Your data are visible in public domain. If I do a click of button about your balance sheet, it should be available to me, clearly visible. And stakeholders, government, any public authorities, educational institutions, whosoever is your stakeholders, they need to be connected. They must be on board with you while you are maintaining the ESG factors, when you are respecting the ESG factors for that. And it matters, by the way, It matters. Because who is governing the organization is seen by the public. Is my equity, my shares are in the safe hand or not? Because probably the product which you are making is not a common man product to buy. If you are making the big pumps, compressors, if you are making the big equipment, aircraft, only aircraft I will say, how the public is connected with that, but other things, they go in the industry somewhere, sit in the corner and they are doing their job. But the company is known by that, no, the company is doing great since last 15 years and they have a very great track record from 60 years, 50 years, 15 years, 10 years time duration. They are great. Why we say that? Because that company is having always a good governance practices. Good governance practices are followed in that. So that's why they have a right footprint, they have a right mentors, they have the right independent directors, which ensures that the company is always fair, transparent. Okay, they follow the ethics, they don't break the rules. See, when you follow ESG concept, correct? Automatically it leads to a business success because it's a matrix which indicate that you are ethical, you are environment friendly, you are employees friendly, you are socially aware, you know your social responsibilities. So automatically it helps in mitigating the risk. So it creates your brand image. And you know the brand image is, once it is created, it's like a tailwind. It's a positive tailwind to you. It allows your company to float by consuming less because you have a brand image. You are not investing on your advertisement, big campaign for long. Your marketing budgets are reduced, your sales budgets are reduced, your advertisement budgets are reduced. Because you are self-driven and purpose-driven, that is what your brand image is in the market. You have a loyal customer base. You have a good public perception. Of course, it is a big challenge. That is another subject we'll discuss sometime. In the era of high volatile media management, public perception is very sensitive. So you have to be very careful. You know that one news comes sometime about some company that the company had a leakage in this plant, or the company have given by the pollution control board has given the tincture on the company, or as per the audit points on the company. So company immediately come in a public domain, they try to explain the things. No, we had this and we mitigated like this and we have done this like. Why they do all these things? It try to bring a spot on their brand image. They don't want any spot on their brand image. Risk management efficiency increases. When you implement this ESG, your risk appetite increases. You have a ready-made mitigation plan in your hands. And the most important point is, which I have not told so far in this our presentation, that it attracts the investor. Today you are 1 million company, tomorrow will be 100 million company, tomorrow will be 1 billion company. So you are increasing your capital. And for that you need what? You need investors. Correct? And this investor will come from where? Investor will come from the place where they look that this company is working on sustainable business model. Just for information that MSIC, this Morgan Stanley, there are companies who do an ESG rating of the companies, by the way. So I'm just sharing with you guys here right now that Morgan Stanley ESG ranking agency, one of the ESG agencies, who has done the ESG ranking for around 14,000 plus companies across the world. Okay, and this is the ranking they have done it, and their ranking is like starting from this ranking. AA leader manages ESG risk and opportunity well with low risk, and this is how they have they rank the company on the scale and risk ranking. CCC is the lowest one, very high risk, critically exposure to significant ESG risk, very high risk. So this ESG ranking allows your investor to work for you, to invest in your company. Okay, so this is the one of the scale which indicates your ESG ranking and rating for helping you out to work in your investor to get an easy data to invest in your company. So this is about the ESG ranking system, scales and risk done by, and there are many companies across the world who do that, correct? And company goes and they take the ranking for them, correct? And you keep listening that, okay, this company has been now rated AA, okay, now this company has been rated downward towards BBB, correct? Like this. So you keep hearing that whenever especially the company's name comes. Attracting values-driven stakeholders. Talent attraction and retention. See, okay. How now you are ESG team, okay? ESG company, okay? But this helps you to attract your talent. I want to join that company. I want to work for that company, okay? Why? That company takes care of employees, okay? Even if something goes bad with the employee, it gives us half of the salary to a spouse for next 10 years. One of the company do that. So this is how the companies are taking care, and that indicates a talent attraction and talent research, because talent thinks that I'm safe here. Let me do my job best, contribute to the company best, and let company take care for me. You know that we talked in our one of the previous session that company provide you a financial consultant, they take care of your what you call it, all well-beings, correct? We saw that, we read in that. So ESG companies also, when they are following that environmental and social responsibilities, they do this, and which attracts the customer. Cultivating engagement seeking purpose in work. A software company focused on reducing carbon emission offer employees paid voluntary days for environmental cleanups, making daily work fit more impactful. No problems, we'll reduce our working. This is a time when the pollution increases in the city. Okay, so what we'll do? We'll work from home. Don't drive. Be at home. So you are free to work these 2 months. Come to office only 3 days. No need to come for all 5 days or 6 days. Very good. Just an example. There's a very good thing. Salesforce philanthropic model. Salesforce attract employee who want to make a difference through 1-1-1 model of philanthropy. What is that exactly? The 1-1 model means 1% of Salesforce equity, product and employees' time is dedicated to charitable organizations and initiatives like volunteering at local schools. 1% of equity, Salesforce equity, one product and employees' time. You know, the employees of the company, they have been given that you go and do a community service for 1 day. Around whatever communities are there around you, do a community service. Do the tribes living next to you, go spend time with them. Try to educate them, try to explain them. Do a social service. for them. So this is what this all indicates that the company is committed for ESG, and that they all add a value to your ESG ranking actually. Customer engagement. Value-based purchasing. You are making an organic cotton, and you said that we have shifted to the environmental friendly products now. We are making organic cottons. So it gives you sustainable fashion brand. Importance of transparency. Customer engagement, by the way. Employees retention we saw, the customer engagement now. Customer also start believing you. An Indian organic food brand, Two Brothers Organic Farms, TBOF, uses QR-based farm to fork technology on products, allowing consumer to trade the food back to the exact farm plot. What is the concept? Technology has been brought into the picture to use it to bring the transparency. Purpose-driven brands, purpose-driven companies like Tom's cultivate stronger customer loyalty through social impact. Hindustan Lever, Project Shakti empowers rural women as micro-entrepreneurs selling HUL products and boosting brand loyalty in underserved Indian villages. Project Shakti for the rural women, to empower them, they become the salesperson. So you are demonstrating that you are showing your customer, see, I take care of society, I empower the woman, rural woman, I do this to empower. We do take care of 100 schools across the state. What is this? You are demonstrating your engagements. You are showing your customer that I'm doing something which is good for you and good for community, where the customer is living. So with this, we have a conclusion on the subject. Sustainable business model. Purpose-driven and sustainable business models are crucial for achieving long-term success in today's economy. Yes, there's no doubt in that. Integration of ESG factors. Integrating environmental, social and governance factors helps business align their operations with social values. Yes. Positive social impact. Focusing on values, allowing business to thrive while making a positive impact on social and the environment. So basically, in a nutshell, in the time to come, it is very important. I know there are many organizations which has moved to ESG model, but it will be a must for all the business models to demonstrate that you are respecting the ESG playground area. You are respecting the ESG formats, because our resources are depleting at a faster rate than the desired rates. What we used to consume 15 years before, the same rate we are not consuming our resources. It's not only population across the globe. Buying power have increased, awareness have increased. So that when awareness increased, research invention have done has developed new products, new venture outs, new types of gadgets. So that required more resources, and resources come from earth only. So that's why the ESG qualification criteria, ESG criteria is mandatory for demonstrating the sustainability of a company. And it is not a cosmetics, it is an essential requirement. So with this, we conclude our session, but we have and thank you very much for understanding this whole concept.